Alright guys, we're going to try this one more time. I'm still trying to figure out the volume, but today we will be doing transmission fluid flush. Car's almost at 30,000 miles. Could probably get away with doing it at 60k, but we're going to do it at 30 because we're doing oil change and spark plugs too. I got all those goodies. I want one step colder, and I got the Torque Solutions tool. I'll show you guys that in another video. But I want to try the Bader cocktail. So we got us 3 quarts of the lightweight shockproof, and then it will be 1 quart of the 75 W90. I usually use this, but the mobile one version of or the Motul version, and don't really notice any differences when I've done that. Just, you know, like normal maintenance, do it, get the fluid out before it goes bad. I did get another bottle though, because it actually takes like 4.1 quart, which is 4.3 liters. So just have an extra one, plus I'll probably do the rear diff as well. And I have leftover 75 W90 anyway. So if I just need to top off the rear diff with a little bit of that, whatever. So I'm gonna get the car up in there and we'll get started. Got the car up. That jack is just, that's not holding up the car. That's just there as a backup for the Harbor Freight jack stands. Just kidding. Kind of. But you can see we got the cars even as we could. Garage goes down a little bit in case we got water, shit like that. Under the front of the car. And this is what we're going to be working with. I hope you guys can see this. I'm gonna have to find a way, a stand that'll fit under here. But basically, the first thing we're gonna do is pop this dude off right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's gonna be a T10. That is where we're gonna fill it. I bought a pump so we could fill it, so be interesting to set that guy up. I haven't used one for this before, and we're gonna take that off first, because if you don't and you drain it first and then you can't get the fill off, well then you're kind of screwed. So we're gonna take this guy off first, so we know we're gonna be able to fill it up and top it off. Then we're gonna drain that with this guy. This is also a T10, and then the front diff one is right here. This is a star key, so that is a T70, and luckily I have one because I needed it when I did a clutch on my brother's Legacy. So that's it. You got 1, 2, 3, but we're gonna do it in the backwards order, 3, 2, 1. So let me try to find something to get you guys set up on, and I'll get some light under here so you guys can see what's going on. I'm gonna put it on time lapse. Let's do it. And just in case you guys couldn't see that, this is gonna be the trans fill and drain plug. Let me see if these are Huskies, so what is that? Home Depot, Lowe's, but hopefully you can see that HW10. And then this guy's a little different shape. This guy you might have to order. You can see it's star. This is, oh, it does say it. I don't know if you could read that because of the sun, but T70, and you know, I think I got lucky and we got this at O'Reilly's, but it might have been Amazon. You know, you can't go wrong with next day. So, alright, let's get started. Okay guys, so bear with me. It is tight under here with jack stands. Hopefully you got a buddy that's got a lift, because it's not hard to get to, thankfully, but it is a pain. So, let's see how tight these are. They're supposed to be 30 foot-pounds, 32 foot-pounds, I think. So, okay, and that is why you do that first. Oh, okay, that looks like it. Right in the middle. There's actually O-rings on these that you should be replacing, and I'll show you that. I unfortunately forgot to pick them up, but hopefully you can see that little guy. You guys should replace that every single time. Don't do what I'm doing and not replace it, because if it leaks, you're gonna have to do this again, and the fluid is like $100 or something. So thankfully this doesn't smell too horrible, but let's see. This is probably gonna shoot out like a mother, so to make it go a little bit slower, we'll just put that guy in hand tight, and not even one finger tight, just to reduce the airflow, because I don't feel like taking a bath in this stuff. Man, there's really not a lot of room down here. Let's try a different angle. She tight. Let's try it this way. Well, that'll do it. God damn, that was definitely more than 32 foot-pounds, my friends. Probably a good idea to wear gloves. I'm just wearing plastic ones, but luckily it just cut the glove and not my skin. But now you know, it's gonna take some force, man. That T70 is gonna be crazy to get off. Oh. Okay, only spilled a little. Not bad. Fluid looks fairly clean. That's cool. So while that's draining, I'll get that cleaned up, and I'll put you guys on a time lapse. So guys, take a minute and learn from my mistakes. Breaker bar would have done that much easier. But, you know, 32 foot-pounds, that definitely wasn't 32. Holy shit. And also what I noticed is this guy has an orange washer, and where is he? And the drain has the black washer. They actually look like they're in pretty good shape, but again, shouldn't really reuse this for the purpose of the video. I am, and I'll just check after 50 miles and 200 miles that it's good. But yeah, get the gaskets if you got the time. So now we're gonna try to get this guy, and believe me, I have a breaker bar this time, because that was insane. I can't believe how tight that was. Not even gonna have room? Yeah, barely. See if we could crack it loose. Wow, so see, much easier with the breaker bar. This is probably gonna get everywhere, but we will do our best to try to get it right out. Line her up. It's a messy job, but you know, you take your time and get it done. Actually, I'm going to take my glove off because I don't want to get it covered in oil or transmission fluid, whatever. It should be, yeah. It's not hot. I haven't driven the car today. I don't think I did anyway. I might have started it to move it in the garage, but we're just going to let it fall because I don't want to get it all over me. And there you go. Not too much of a mess. It looks pretty good too, so that's a good sign. There'll be a magnet on the bottom of that guy. There's going to be a magnet on the bottom of it, and once that's done draining, we will see what's on it, and we'll put the drain plugs back in, and then we'll get the pump set up and start pumping it in, which probably gonna be the worst part. So okay, so while that's draining, this is what I got from, I think it was AutoZone. They had the pump that goes onto the top like a soap dispenser, but it didn't look like it was the right size. So I got this. I figured I could use it for a bunch of different things instead of just one kind of bottle dispenser. So let's see how good this thing works. But it looks like you could use it for all different kinds of fluids, so pretty cool. I'm sure it'll be useful in the future. Obviously, we're gonna cut it, but this is gonna go into our bottle, and then this will go, we'll feed it up into the fill plug. So pretty cool that, I thought it was one big piece. Cool. So they did give me two hoses, both the same size, push type connections. If you never use these, just push it in, and then it's nice and airtight, and that's our one. And then we got this guy, and this is going to go into the trans. There's a pump in the trans, and that'll feed the front diff too. The rear diff is separate. And there we go, we got our two. So pretty sweet. I'm gonna trim these down because obviously I don't want to be here pumping this forever, but I got to trim down, and then I have more of this hose anyway. It's nice that it came with it, but yeah, and we got it set up. Cool. So guys, as you can see, hope you can hear me well, it started leaking out, which is a good sign. Time-lapse obviously caught it, but I want to show you guys just so you're comfortable doing this on your own. If I could do it, you could do it. Not a big deal, it just takes time. These are not torqued down yet. I made them tight with the ratchet. We're gonna torque them after this. I just want to make sure they weren't leaking at all. And also, this hose came out when I finished the first bottle. That $10 pump worked great. Didn't take too long because the hose is actually pretty thick. It's nice that it's clear, but definitely tuck the hose in here so this can't come flying out. I made the mistake and I kind of got it all over the place, but no big deal. I have cardboard down, and that's why I do it. So here is, it didn't even take a full 4 bottles. It took like 3.8, but again, my car is as level as I could make it. It might be a hair off, but that's why we're gonna fill it a little bit more and try to catch it as it's coming out with the stop plug. So hopefully you guys could see that. And here we go. I'm at a very strange angle, so just bear with me. But you'll see fluid going in. This is the 4th bottle. It might have just splashed around actually, because now it's not leaking, which that's cool because it's supposed to take 4.1 anyway. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna open the 5th bottle and let's see how much it'll take. Okay guys, so this is bottle number 5. I'm glad I bought an extra one, and you'll see the fluid change because this is going to be the normal 75W90. I did 3 lightweight shockproof and 1 75W90, and now this is the last one, 75W90, and you can see it change in color. I'm guessing it just splashed out before, but I could already see that it's coming out. I'll give it another pump or two just to make sure, because the hose is in there like ice cubes in a cup. This is probably gonna be a mess, but there we go. And don't worry about that, we will brake clean that. So try to catch it. Like I said, I'm not gonna let it drip all the way out because I'm at a weird angle and I think it needs that extra little bit. And yeah, so it wasn't too bad. I checked the magnet on this also off camera. I did not get that because I was covered in fluid, but there was almost nothing, like barely anything, and what was on there was like a little sludge because the metal was so ground up. So you're not gonna like pierce your skin or nothing like that, but man, this new oil smells worse than the old oil. Weird. But we'll get these all torqued to 32 foot-pounds. I got my torque wrench set up, and let's get that going. So the one I'm really worried about is this guy, because this is a big one. My torque wrench is gigantic, so it's actually not going to fit for the little guys, but we will get them tightened up. So 32 it's set at, and it's already there. You could hear it. So cool. Definitely a lot easier when they're not on there with friggin' impacts, because I'm telling you, that was definitely more than 32 pounds. So this guy we'll try one more, make sure he's snug, he's not leaking. We'll get it up to temp, and then we'll check it again. Yeah, that guy's nice and tight. It's probably more like 45, but we're gonna check it. That one was loose, so we knew that though. We just put that in. So about 32. That was probably a little bit more, but hey, we're gonna check it. I didn't replace the O-rings, you guys should. And that's it, guys. So guys, as you can see, it really wasn't that bad. Probably an hour. I did my 2011 STI. I did a lot to that. Should have videotaped it, didn't. This guy, about an hour for this job. Don't worry, the jacks are just there as like a secondary precaution. They're not actually holding the weight of the car. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Glad I bought that extra bottle. I'll do the rear diff. It's basically the same thing. You got to drain up top, get that off, or the fill up top, get that off first, and then the drain at the bottom, because you don't want to be screwed not being able to get it off. You'll see it was pretty hard on jack stands to get that off. Not impossible, but it'd definitely be nice to have more room. Use a breaker bar, don't use a ratchet like me. So I'm just gonna clean up, my least favorite part of the job. I hope this guy helped you guys. I hope it helped somebody, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.